welcome ladies and gentlemen to the Sigmar's Blessing live stream. We're streaming from the Stockholm office here at Fatshark. It is about 7 p.m. and it's really cold outside, which means it's great to sit indoors and talk about Vermintide. With me on my right, you're on my right, is Tom Batsford, gameplay programmer.
Hello.
Who is wearing a very special shirt, which we will be talking about later, which was sent to us by an anonymous fan. So thank you, anonymous fan. Today on the stream, we're going to be talking about what is new in Sigmar's Blessing, which is a free DLC for the game that we just released. We're also going to be talking about maybe a little bit about what's going on in the future, maybe touch on a couple of new things. And last but not least, hats. We're going to be giving away a couple of exclusive hats to some of you lucky stream viewers. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But there are hats, don't worry, don't go anywhere. So, Mr. Blondie, who is our IT technician slash overall cool guy with awesome hair dye. He's actually got kind of blue hair right now, so you can't really call him Blondie anymore, but we like him anyway. Is going to be showing off the website for the brand new Sigmar's Blessing DLC. And, as always, we'll be answering any questions you guys might have. We're checking the chat all the time, so if there's anything you want to know about the game, ask us, and we will try to help. So Tom, why don't you introduce yourself for people who haven't met you before? I suppose most of the stream viewers haven't really met you before.
No. Well, I'm Tom. I'm a gameplay programmer. I've been working on this DLC along with the team, I guess. So yeah, we've launched today. It's exciting.
We have.
It's exciting.
It was funny, we 3rd of December was our date, and it has been for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, we had a couple of last-minute issues that we were kind of worried that we weren't going to be able to solve in time.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we didn't announce the specific time for when the DLC was coming out. We were a bit worried that we might not be able to ship today. But we made it.
We have.
We made it. It was good, and we're super happy.
And it's the 3rd of December still.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game. It is still the 3rd of December,
Yeah.
depending on your location in the world.
Yes.
So, but there you go. That's why we had a bit of radio silence for a while there. So, Blondie, do you want to open up the website? We can kind of walk through some of the new features for Sigmar's Blessing.
Here we go.
So this is our mini site for Sigmar's Blessing. We're going to be making these types of pages for all the updates going forward that are major. And it's just a good way, I think, both for players who are already active in the game and for players who are coming back who've been away for a while to really make it like simple and clear what we've changed and what's going on. And
we also have a page for the initial game launch as well, which condenses the information nicely.
Exactly. I think this is a good way for new players as well to kind of learn about what Vermintide is all about.
And what's been added since launch.
Exactly.
In a timeline. Perfect.
So there you go. Let's check out 1.1. So this is our first major free update for the game. This is one of many updates that we're going to be putting into Vermintide. We are 100% committed. The entire team that works on Vermintide through the entire production is now working on post-launch support stuff. Boogie Francis Win Forever just wrote my name. Hi, Boogie Francis. I don't know if that's a question, but there you go. So there we have it. The DLC trailer, which we just watched.
Yes.
So we don't have to watch that again. We can talk about the Shrine of Solace. So I guess this is one of the major changes for Sigmar's Blessing, and it is at its core a big change to the loot system, and that is really what Sigmar's Blessing is overall. It's a huge update to the loot system based on feedback we've been getting and based on, you know, things that we kind of noticed that there were issues here and there, and there were ways that we felt we could improve on the system. And one of the big parts is obviously with the Shrine of Solace being able to further define what kind of loot you get
for a specific hero as well.
Exactly, and that ties into the new hero trinkets as well.
Exactly. So the way that the Shrine of Solace works is, when you first enter the screen, you'll see that you have your hero trinkets, which are the new additions to the game, on the right hand side. And what you can do is drag one of those into the shrine, and then you get to choose between whether or not you want to pray for a random, and random is between all weapons for that character, or a ranged specifically, or a melee weapon specifically, and then there's costs depending on which one you choose. And then you hit that pray button and get some loot for that character.
Exactly. I think it's a really cool way as well to define, you know, if you really want to play the Bright Wizard, for example, but you have gear for, say, the Empire Soldier, one of the cool things with the new hero trinkets is you can actually play the Empire Soldier, but get loot for the Bright Wizard.
Exactly.
It ties into that, so you can equip a specific hero trinket, regardless of which hero you're playing, and basically increase your chances to getting loot for that specific hero.
Yeah, and that will hopefully help along those times where you join a game and the hero that you prefer playing is taken.
Yeah.
And you previously might have felt quite sad that you're not going to get loot for that character. Whereas now you can equip the trinket and then hopefully get some loot for the character that you prefer playing.
Exactly, and it removes that awkward kind of situation where you have to lower the difficulty to swap a character. Now you can just like, if you're already playing on hard or nightmare or even cataclysm, you can kind of stay there but still start grinding gear for your other heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it opens up a ton of new options, and as we can see on the Shrine of Solace video here on the mini page, you can see the token costs are quite high. Now we've completely reworked the token economy for this patch. We have basically increase the amount of tokens overall for the game, so you're going to be getting a lot more tokens for salvaging items. You will actually get tokens for being defeated in the longer levels in the game now as well, and that's a change we made just because it is a harsh game. It is harsh to only receive loot if you manage to beat a level, and we felt like we want to be a little bit nicer there and give you guys some trinkets, or some tokens rather, to play around with.
Also, as you can see in the shrine, we have orange tokens there.
Orange
exotic tokens
for the first time. So now you can actually salvage orange items, which will give you orange tokens, not surprisingly.
And they're used for 2 things currently, I believe.
Yes.
The first one is the praying, so you can pray for an orange weapon. And the second use is for unlocking the traits on the veteran weapons.
Exactly. Yeah, so the veteran weapons we'll talk about in just a moment. Some of the people on the stream are saying that our name tags are wrong.
Yeah, they've been switched.
We're being misrepresented here.
Liam just grew a beard.
Oh, oops. So yes, the next big thing is obviously the veteran tier of weapons. So the veteran tier is the red items, and they are beyond the exotic ones. They are the best weapons in the game, and their traits can only roll perfectly.
Yes,
whereas
exactly.
like if you get an exotic weapon right now and you upgrade that, or you unlock that trait, it can roll between variables. So you might get like 5 to 12%. Yeah, the proc chances.
Yeah.
But with a red weapon or a veteran weapon, they will always roll perfectly.
Precisely. And they also say that on the trait, so if you hover over them, it will just say one flat value, but that value is the maximum that trait can roll.
That's it. These are the best weapons.
And all of the veteran weapons also have unique names.
Yes.
And you can only find one of each. So there's a huge sort of collection thing there. You can get all the 40 new weapons. There's a new veteran weapon for every weapon type in the game.
Yes.
And there's one more thing with them.
They can be salvaged as well.
Yes.
Which will actually give you orange tokens.
Yes.
AKA exotic tokens.
Yes.
Which means you can use those to get some more orange weapons if you prefer. Like
if you need some orange tokens.
Yeah.
I probably won't be doing that personally because, they're kind of tricky to get. They are easier now to get though than they were previously.
Yes, but yes. Oh, someone said they would love to get your beard. That would be the best cosmetic ever. Jammy T Dodgers 1. That is true. We should definitely add Tom's beard to the game. We'll get that done.
We have a dwarf beard.
We do have a dwarf beard. That's true. So I got messaged by someone on Steam who said that they had salvaged their red hat. That was the first thing they did in the update, just to get those tokens. And I guess that's fair enough. If you want to sacrifice fashion for loot, then go ahead.
I know that there are people that have got duplicates of hats and trinkets before, and now with this patch you can salvage them. Yeah. Which we haven't had before. So the first thing that I did when this patch was released was salvage my duplicates of trinkets.
Oh, I salvaged so many things just now for the stream. I was like, I wanted to keep playing. But here we are. This is fun too.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the other things that's really cool about the veteran tier weapons is that they have unique models that are brand new. So
yes.
I think my personal favorite right now is the new Bright Wizard stage, which is this big like rib cage skeleton type staff, and you just like.
You may have seen it at the start of the trailer. It's at the very beginning. You can see the stuff.
So challenge all of you heroes watching at home, get these veteran weapons.
Yes.
Send us your pictures because we'd love to see how quickly you guys can get them. And as we said, if you guys have any questions, just ask in the chat and we will try to answer them. Oh, somebody just said they salvaged 4 red hats.
Okay.
Wow.
That's good.
You've been playing a lot.
Yep.
Good stuff. So next up, the weapon traits and the hero trinkets. I guess we touched a little bit on the hero trinkets already, but we can start with them anyway and just kind of... we didn't say? I guess.
Well, there's one for each character.
Yes.
And it doesn't give you a 100% chance to get loot for that class, but it greatly increases the chance to get loot for that class or character. And it's used in the shrine. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Like they've all been personalized. You've got Sienna's Hearthwind there. You've got Barden's Book of Personal Grudges, which for Warhammer fans, I mean, that's just it's such a lovely item. The Witch Hunter's Handbook, Corellian's Everbeak, pretty cool. And the Hammer of the Empire from Marcus Kruber, the ever badass Empire soldier.
And they all look pretty cool, and you can see them on your character whilst they're equipped
as
well. So You can replace those cosmetic trinkets if you have any from the collector's edition with these new ones. And
exactly. These will be given to everyone automatically
yes.
for free. These are part of the DLC, and you do not have to unlock these. They will be automatically given to you. So these are... The hero trinkets are a new part of the game. They're really tied into the core of the game. And if you haven't received these already, try restarting Steam. Just make sure you actually get the new DLC that we just released.
Yes.
It might just be a
It should automatically be added to your account, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the idea. We got a question from Jammy T Dodgers 1 again. I think he's the beard guy. I've got short-term memory. Will you, Liam, or Tom, or another member be streaming regularly to Twitch, or is this just for events? We would love to do more of this. I think streaming and being in touch with the community is one of the most fun parts of making
definitely.
games. Especially now that we have released the game and we aren't really... We don't have as many secrets as we once did. We can be more transparent, we can be more open and talk to you guys about what we're putting into the game and what's coming in the future.
It would be great to do something like that.
We're still going to have a couple of secrets. But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, but we would love to do more of this, and if people want to see more of it, let us know, and let us know what you would want to see on the stream.
We will definitely be doing one of these for each update that we do, of course.
Definitely.
But yes, it would be great to do some more regularly with what we're currently working on, or just Q&A sessions, perhaps.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a weekly Tom's Beard status stream. That'd be pretty cool. So, the weapon traits. Let's talk about them. I guess the big thing for the new traits is that they were very much designed with cooperative play in mind.
Yes.
And in a sense, I would like to argue that they are kind of end-the-game traits, almost. I think they're the kind of traits that you want to use in a full party when you're trying to take on
They've
Cataclysm.
definitely been added to sort of help people, to some extent, play Cataclysm. It's not that they're very good, but like ridiculously good. But whilst you're using them in combination, like maybe if two of you have the same trait, then it can really help along the team. We've tried to cover various different situations with the traits as well, and they are all very co-op. They don't instantly help you, or what's the word I'm looking for? They don't help you directly, but they do help your teammates. So if we look at the first one as an example,
yes,
enemies whose attacks are blocked by the player will suffer extra damage from your allies' attacks for a brief moment. So if you have this on any melee weapon and then block, they will receive a debuff on all enemy types, I believe, and then all allies can start attacking away and doing bonus damage to them.
I think
that's one example.
Yeah, and some of these are really cool in the ways that you can use them. This is actually, I guess, Backstabbery is the one that's my favorite.
Yeah. It may not look directly
No.
co-op-y, but if you're hitting someone from behind, then chances are they're attacking someone else. So you are helping a friend.
Yeah, and I mean, often I think when we were testing this, I found myself kind of talking to my teammates and going like, "You take the aggro of the Rat Ogre, and I'm gonna like go in behind."
Yeah,
and
go behind.
Stab them. With
very good against Rat Ogres.
Yeah, stab them with my two-handed hammer, which makes no sense. New question: will there be any hats not red quality? There are actually orange hats in the game.
Yes.
So yes,
they're quite tricky to get currently, but they are there.
We've also got some exclusive purple hats, which we'll be talking about in just a minute. Actually, a couple more minutes. So the next trait is the inspirational shot. Scoring headshots will replenish the stamina of your allies. This is actually one of the really cool traits, which I think, when you get... I think we were playing and we had somebody with a True Flight bow who was just constantly getting headshots off. Because when you use a True Flight, if you can aim for a specific target, kind of aim your bow up, that arrow's going to go straight for the head.
Almost always a headshot, so it's replenishing stamina for all your allies. It's also a great trait to have on very rapid fire weapons, so short bows, repeating pistols, bolt staff, exactly. Really rapidly replenishing stamina, so your teammates can continuously like CC the hordes and just push people back or block, have a solid front line.
Exactly. I think it's one of those traits that like it doesn't sound like it would be super strong.
No.
But when you get somebody tanking the front lines with their shield and their stamina just being reset over and over, it's like...
Someone's just throwing bullets into a horde of heads, continuously replenishing stamina. It also gives more stamina depending on the unit you hit.
Right.
So if you are hitting a clan rat, for example, it might only replenish half of your stamina shield.
Right.
Or a full one, I can't remember the exact amount. But if you headshot with, say, a handgun on a storm vermin, or special, then it will replenish a lot more of your stamina.
That's cool. I did not know that. Interesting. Diversion. Attacking an enemy that is attacking a knocked down ally will extend the ally's knockdown health. So that basically provides you with more time to save an ally.
Yes,
You've got somebody who's surrounded, being hit when they're knocked down, you can still kind of push to save them.
That's one that I really think is going to help out playing on Cataclysm.
Yeah.
I think one of my problems when I play on Cataclysm is as soon as someone's knocked down, it's very difficult to try and rescue them because you have to kill everything that's attacking them. But now, as you're killing the enemies that are attacking them, you're also boosting their health slightly, so they can stay knocked down for a longer period of time, and then you can go up and rescue them.
Exactly. I actually found that really useful. And finally, we have safety in numbers. Assisting an ally by attacking enemies attacking the ally will apply a temporary protective aura to said ally. So what that basically does is it gives a shield to that ally who you've assisted.
Yes.
And an assist has also been kind of reworked a little bit. Now an assist is also you pushing an enemy that was attacking.
Yes, or just attacking. Before it was only on killing blow. But now, yes, if there is an enemy behind one of your allies and you push them off or attack them or just disrupt them in any way, then you will get an assist.
Yeah.
And what this trait does is adds a temporary shield, which only blocks the next attack against the ally.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's very good if there's someone creeping up behind you and you didn't know that they were there. This was another issue that I was having in Cataclysm as well, where you'd just be walking around and then you just bang straight in the back, half your health gone from a clan rat.
Yeah, sounds like
so
Rasmus.
Now, yeah. So now,
sorry, Rasmus.
So now you have the protective shield that will hopefully stop those situations and protect you from that one attack, and then you can turn around and kill the game.
Exactly. There was somebody who asked. The chat is moving so quickly I can't keep up. But there was someone who said that they couldn't use the Shrine of Solace. So I will say that it unlocks on level 5.
Yes.
You have to get to level 5
and beat the prologue. So
and
when the inventory chest is available in the inn, you'll also have the Shrine of Solace available.
Okay, cool. There's also a hotkey in the inn to open that, which is H, I believe.
I
you
think
can
so.
press F to open the forge, if you didn't know that.
Yes.
It's cool stuff. M to open the map. I to open the inventory.
I think so.
That's about it. We have no more. There was somebody also who asked why this is a DLC and not just an update, and I can answer that. It is partially a technical reason, just to kind of, in order for us to prepare for a release where we add things like the new trinkets for new users and stuff like that, and just how Steam handles DLC, it just made more sense for us to build it that way. But it's also about clarity. Like, for players who've been away for a long time, adding this as a sort of free DLC makes it easier for us to just kind of go, these are the new things that have happened. These are the major updates.
Yeah.
And somebody who's been gone for 6 months comes back, they'll say, oh, I've got a free DLC. What's that all about? And they can check it out on the store page. They can see exactly what it is, rather than reading this like long patch note change log of just wall of text. You can see it very visually. And it's a nice way for us to present the new updates.
The store page DLC, or rather the page for the DLC, also acts similarly to this website, where it keeps everything separate. So you can just look, then click on the DLC, and you go to the store page, and then it has everything that was included in that DLC.
Exactly. So it's just a good way for us to be. Yeah, it is convenient. That's really what it's all about. Somebody asked about the Discord server for the community. Yeah, we do know about that. I've been meaning to spend more time there. Oh,
why is Tom drinking tea and not Bugman's?
Well, it's not Bugman's.
It's not Bugman's. I'll tell you that. It's tea.
Shame. All right, let's scroll down. Let's check out the full changelog.
This is a long one.
Oh, this is going to be... Oh, scroll up. We can't talk that quickly, Blondie. I guess, let's walk through these a little bit. And I guess, Blondie, if you want to kick up the game, and I guess we can start playing a little bit, and you can kind of check things out as we go along. So yeah, let's walk through. The Shrine of Solace to the Red Moon Inn unlocks at level 5. And so far we've added one of the 3 planned pages for the Shrine of Solace. So the first one is the pray, the praying page, which basically lets you spend tokens on getting specific items for a specific hero, or rather, items for a specific hero of a specific type, so ranged or melee. Somebody just asked what the luck trait does.
Makes you lucky. Yep.
There we go. So yeah, let's actually check out the shrine in action. So Blondie's going to go ahead and check this out. So the first step is going to be using one of the new hero trinkets to define which hero you are praying for, essentially. So if you want to pick your favorite one, he's picked the
Carillion.
The Wood Elf, yes, Carillion. And the costs are slightly different depending on which rarity you go with. Just kind of
it's more expensive to choose between melee and ranged, and then if you want random between melee and ranged, it's a lot cheaper.
Exactly. So what this enables is that if you are kind of sitting on a lot of items that you really don't want, salvage them, use those tokens to pray for some items for your specific hero, then use the forge, maybe upgrade them to something else. Like, there's a lot of experimentation here for you to work with. So if you know that you want a specific player, or a specific I've read player in the chat and I said I meant specific item, then you what did I mean?
Oh
no, you can't salvage your hat.
Okay.
Oh no! You get 21 orange tokens. So you can use those tokens now in the Shrine of Solace and you can sacrifice your fashion for some loot. So yeah, you could either choose a melee or a ranged weapon for that specific hero, or you can choose a random one. And because right now you can't actually afford a specific one, you're going to go with random, you're going to get a longbow. It's pretty cool.
I think one of the good things about this is, or one thing that I used it for,
Yeah.
I've mainly played the elf, and I had quite a few orange items for the elf. But I also had an orange melee weapon, or sword, two-handed sword for the witch hunter, and I really wanted an orange ranged weapon.
Right.
So I just went through all of my elf oranges, salvaged all the ones that I didn't want, and then just went and prayed instantly for a ranged weapon, and then there you have it. I mean,
There you go.
which ranged weapon you get is of course random, but I got a crossbow, so I lucked out.
Because I think that's the good thing is, like, if you really know, I just want a blue item for my wood elf. You know, if that's what you want more than anything, then you can now make that happen. You might have to sacrifice a little bit for it, but it just adds. You know, because one of the main complaints we've been getting is that there was too much RNG in the loot system, and that really is something that we've been addressing with this patch, trying to make it so you can kind of define what kind of gear you want more.
And the other 2 pages, I guess it's worth mentioning, will hopefully address that further.
Exactly. So the other 2 pages that we're going to be adding in the future is the ability to re-roll all of the traits for an item.
Yes.
So the way that works is you'll spend some tokens, you will kind of roll for a specific amount of new traits. So like in the case of an orange item, you'll get 3 new traits.
Yep.
And then you can choose, I either want to keep my existing traits set up or get these other 3 that we've rolled randomly, right?
Yep.
And then there's the third page as well, which lets you re-roll the proc, like the proc percentage.
Yeah,
I guess,
it's a
on
way of
specific trait.
increasing the proc chance on your traits.
Yeah. So that's a good way for, like, if you get an orange item that you really like, you've got 3 traits, you've rolled 2 of them perfectly, you got that third one that's like, I rolled 3.5 out of potential 8.
Yeah.
That's how you make
Which
that
is
better.
always what happens to you all the time. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's a
and
good feature for
rolling,
you.
rolling that, you can never get worse, essentially. I mean, you can get the same, that's the worst
You
possible
can
roll.
roll worse, but it won't make it worse.
Right.
It will only improve the proc chance on that trait if you roll a better value. So obviously, the further you get to the maximum, the harder it's going to be. But you know, you can have that sort of cost to, if you have some spare tokens, try and improve the proc chances on your traits.
So as you can see, yeah, we've increased the overall amount of tokens, as we mentioned before, and that's going to be touching on the upgrade costs and how many you're getting from salvaging and so on.
Yeah.
So don't panic about everything looking really expensive. You're going to be getting a lot more tokens now.
I think you get around 20 tokens for salvaging an item now.
Yeah, if you salvage a hat, like somebody did, you get 21. I mean, it's
a
between. It's
a small random though. It's not a wide gap.
I think 21 was pretty bad for a hat.
We've also made some changes to the forge. Is it worth?
Yeah, let's talk about the
onto
forge
that?
changes. Absolutely. We can go back to the website, I guess, and just look briefly. Just gonna let Blondie figure it out.
There we are.
Cousin Okri DLC or Riot. That would be fun. If you want to scroll down to the changelog again, we got Forge 2.0. Further up.
There
we
it
go.
is.
So yes, Forge 2.0. It's kind of a funny way of putting it. It's a major update to the way that the Forge works.
We've explained the salvaging of the exotic weapons and trinkets and hats, but the other major thing that we've added is the ability to use tokens when you're fusing items, instead of having to have 5 of that item rarity. Yes.
Exactly. So the way that works is, right now when you fuse items in the Forge, every item of a type that you put in increases the chance of like getting another item of that type, essentially. So if you have 5 of the same item and you fuse those, that's a guaranteed higher tier of that specific item type. So you put 5 swords in, you'll get a higher tier sword, guaranteed. If you put 2 swords, 2 axes, and a hammer in, you might get any of those 3, depending on how many you put in. But when you use tokens to basically act as jokers in place of items, they're just going to kind of increase with the chances of those items that are already there. They split equally. So if you put 4 swords and spend tokens on the last slot, that's a guaranteed sword.
A guaranteed sword, exactly. And likewise, if you put 1 bow in and then spend tokens, which is quite costly because you're guaranteed that bow off of the 1 bow, you can upgrade a blue bow to an orange.
Exactly. Do you want to show that up real quick, Bonnie? We can just.
I think if you pray for a green item, you'll be able to check it out in the Forge.
We're gonna have to salvage quite a lot of hats today. So yeah, the idea is, you've got the upgrade cost. So if you just put 1 item it's going to cost you.
It's
quite
very
a lot.
expensive.
Do you have any
yeah.
more green items? Just
No,
to
I don't
kinda
think
compare?
so.
Okay.
But the
Well-
more you put in, that cost greatly reduces. So
Mm.
if you had 2 pairs of daggers, I think that cost goes down to around 180, and then 3 it goes down to about 100, and then further and further. So the less you have, the more it costs. But
Yeah.
I think that makes sense because you're guaranteed off of just finding one bow. What this
Exactly.
also means is you could possibly only ever find one True Flight bow, and it's
Yeah.
white rarity, for example, and then everything else you find isn't a True Flight bow, but you can salvage everything down and over time progress that from white to green to
Yeah,
blue to
it
orange.
gives you a way of guaranteeing that you would get a specific
Exactly,
item.
exactly.
That's what it's all about. Kafuka Palazzo, I think I pronounced that right, said, "Hello, gentlemen. I was asking something to myself. Do you guys plan to add a mode where you can play the Skaven?" It's a really good question. It's something we get asked a lot, and I think that the simple answer is it would be a lot of work, and it's something we would definitely like to look into at some point.
Yeah.
But right now, we're 100% focused on co-op. We felt like, it's one of those natural discussions that came up during production. Was like, should we do a versus mode or something like that? But it's a lot more work than it might sound to get that to be really engaging and fun. And right now, co-op is what we're mainly focused on.
It's definitely something though. There has been a lot of questions about that,
Yeah.
and I know that the community is strongly behind it. So if that continues, then I'm sure at some point we'll think about it. But for now, yeah, strictly sticking to the co-op side.
Exactly. Million Monster asks, any chance to incentivize the side maps? Loot on them sucks, but they're fun. Yes, is a simple way of putting that. We're going to be working on adding more reasons to play the various levels, and I guess we'll have more details on that coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
But you can definitely look forward to some changes there to kind of incentivize playing some different things.
One thing that we've changed also is made it slightly easier to get
Like higher
higher tier loot. I think a lot of feedback that players had was that it was a real pain completing a map on Nightmare and then receiving a white item at the end of that.
Yeah.
So you might be pleased to hear that that's now impossible.
Whites on Nightmare no longer
Yeah,
a thing.
you can't.
I'm
get a
happy
white
about
on
that
Nightmare
personally.
anymore. We've also, obviously, with the addition of the red weapons, we've increased the chance of getting a veteran weapon on Cataclysm. So now, potentially, if you complete a Cataclysm mission, you will have 2 reds at the top of the loot list. So there's
Still gonna be hard.
Yes, it's going to be very difficult, but there's the incentive definitely to play Cataclysm maps.
Definitely. Somebody asked if they can buy the Okri t-shirt. So let's talk about the Okri t-shirt for a second, because that's a very special story. The I'm with Okri t-shirt is actually not official in any sense. It is something that was sent to us by an anonymous fan who unfortunately wanted to be anonymous, because it would have been fun to talk about that person on the stream. But there you go. It was sent to us as a gift, and that's...
I believe
think
we've got
that was-
3.
We've got 3, yeah.
Yeah,
I got
3.
one as well. I'm not selling mine.
No, I'm keeping
that's
mine.
not gonna
Limited
happen.
edition.
Exactly. Yeah, there are limited editions. There's only 3 in the world. So
Do you want to
that's
explain
lovely.
this?
Yes, I actually brought another thing that we were sent too. This right here, I'll show this really close to the camera. This is a mousetrap that was sent to us by Emil, who is also Swedish. This is so cool. He actually sent us an entire kit with like these kind of cheese snack things and some various
a lot of mouse
small
traps.
rats, and and it's really cool, like almost pieces of parchment type paper that
Yes.
explained to us. It was very kind of role play. We are the pest control. We'll help you out. I can't remember exactly the details, but it was so fun to receive, and the entire team just really loved that. So definitely super big thanks to all of you who sent us things during production. And now, if for some reason you'd like to send us something, we've got an address on our website, fatsharkgames.com. You can check it out right at the bottom. It's Rosenlundsgatan 29C, which is in Stockholm, and that's in Swedish. So there you go. If you want to send us stuff, we're happy to receive it. We can show it off on stream, which is awesome.
Yep.
Deherv asks, what did you say that luck did? What does luck do?
It makes you lucky. Yeah, we don't really want to explain what that does because it keeps the discussion going, you know?
Simple. There's no discussion. Any new characters planned, Sleep Rocket? Yes. Just leave it at that. More characters are coming.
What rarity tokens have to be to reroll traits on orange? So you need to use blue tokens to reroll traits on orange. It's the...
Right.
to reroll, sorry.
To reroll,
sorry.
right. That'll be the
I
same
don't think
rarity,
that's
right?
decided yet.
Okay.
There's still something we're working on.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was one of those features that we unfortunately didn't have time to finish in time for this DLC, but we will be
It will be
putting
coming
in.
very soon, though.
Yeah.
But
don't,
yes.
don't. we always get asked this about microtransactions. We're not adding microtransactions. There you go.
Just
you heard
pay
it here
a small
first.
fee to re-roll the traits on
Yeah,
your
you're
weapon.
very welcome.
That won't happen.
No, it's not gonna. No microtransactions. We'll leave it at that. Aerothan Frost asks, "Hey guys, in the next DLC would be awesome if you put in level holes where only the dwarf can get in, walls that only the soldier can break, or places where only the elf can climb, with stuff you can drop for other players like better ammo and things like that. Would be awesome. Thanks
Cool
for
idea.
reading." I really like that idea.
I know there are some places in the levels where you have to crouch as the other characters, but the dwarf can just sail straight through them.
The dwarf is OP. He's got a serious height advantage
Yeah.
in the
Or
opposite direction.
disadvantage.
So I guess I'd like to go back to the changelog, but I also don't want to pause Blondie. We'll keep. Okay. Are you good to open the website again, Blondie? Just keep walking through. There's so many patch notes. And please stick around on the stream. We will be giving out some exclusive purple hats, which is a tier that you cannot obtain in any other way than watching this stream.
Other than the collector's edition.
And then the collector's edition. But these are not the same hats.
No, no.
Don't undermine me on stream, Tom.
Have we announced that you can upgrade?
Oh yeah, you can actually.
From the-
That's
to the
actually something we
collector's
just put out last week. You can now upgrade to the collector's edition from a base game.
Yeah.
So if you bought the base game and you would like to upgrade to a collector's edition, you can check out our website, Vermintide.com, and you can check the buy now, which you got a collector's edition upgrade option. So I think that's going to set you back about $13, I believe. It's
Something like
somewhere
that.
around there. And yeah, that unlocks the entire collector's edition.
We had a lot of people requesting that feature
I
after we
was
launched
getting
the game.
like an email every day with somebody who wanted to upgrade.
Yeah.
So it was about time we
Yeah.
added that. So sorry about that.
Yeah, that might.
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah.
I guess right now, is there any way we can get the game on screen and the website so people can kind of see both of those? I'm making this. Oh, you got a pack
We
master
can
coming.
watch.
Pack
We'll just,
master.
let's just watch this
Oh,
game. I mean,
no.
it's near the end anyway.
Yeah, just finish the game. We'll be
Yeah.
good. Yeah, let's talk about Black Powder for a second, because this is one of those levels that we were getting a lot of feedback that players were just very, very efficiently farming this
Black
level
Powder,
to
yeah.
bits. Because there were some strategies that made it very, very simple to play. And, you know, speaking of exploits, because that's something that we can touch on, I guess, a little bit, is that on the one hand, sure, you're only really ruining the experience for yourself if you're exploiting and grinding and all that. The problem we're running into was when people were joining public games of Black Powder, everyone's just expecting those players
yes, exactly.
to exploit, right? People
If it's
who
the
wanna
first
play,
time joining a Black Powder game, then
Yeah.
then
people
it's
who
a
were
bad
playing the game
experience.
legitimately were having a bad time because
Yeah.
everybody else was forcing people to play in an exploitative way, and that's just behavior that we are not fans of. That's not a good time for anybody. And at the end of the day, if all you're doing is playing that same old level, doing the same thing, it's not going to be an enjoyable experience in the long run. So what we've done is we've looked at reworking the level quite a bit, and we've changed. In particular, we fixed a couple of the exploits that were known, and we've also changed the way that the barrels spawn. So instead of spawning all 8 barrels at once, we are now going to be spawning in 2 barrels at a time. And the way that works is we'll pick 2 random barrel spawns will be done. You've got to complete those 2 barrels first, bring them back to
Yes.
the boat, then we'll spawn in 2 new ones.
Exactly.
So it adds an added challenge of coordination with the team. It also adds that little random element of not quite knowing where the barrels are going to be. And I think overall it's made the level actually a bit more enjoyable. I was surprised. Like, I was a bit concerned.
Definitely
at
makes it
first.
more challenging.
It does, definitely. So yeah, that's been a good thing. Someone's asking about Cousin Okri t-shirt giveaway. Well, not today,
Not
my
today,
friend.
not today.
Someone asks about a warrior priest. I'm not gonna answer that. Does praying destroy your trinket? No. You can use your trinket an endless amount of times. It's with you forever. There is actually no way to get rid of those trinkets, so you don't have to worry about that.
That's the same with all purple items. Once you have it, you have it. So
once you win the exclusive hat on the giveaway, if you're one lucky viewer, then you cannot get rid of it.
what difficulty are we playing? Okay.
Somebody is asking, would you be willing to go over how to get hero trinkets? Yeah, to get the hero trinkets, all you need to do is, I guess, if you don't have them already, try restarting Steam, because they should be automatically given to all players now that the DLC is released.
Yes.
If you don't have them, restart Steam. It might be something technical. Someone asked, what does luck do? It makes you luckier.
Is there a level cap? That's a good question.
Oh, that is actually a really, really funny story. Let's talk about the level cap for a second. Okay, so what happened was, we actually don't have a hard level cap in the game
No.
as of present, and The way that it works is you can keep leveling basically endlessly, and every time you level up after level 33, that's a green item.
Yes.
Before level 33, it's going to unlock new trinket slots, the forge, the shrine, and also gives you white items initially. So we kind of opted to keep leveling in as a thing where you can just keep going and keep getting items.
I think it's more exciting to join a game and see that someone's level, 120. You know that they've put the time in.
Yes, and we had an unfortunate incident with this where we had a player who reached the whopping level of 225, and we kind of ran into a level cap that we didn't know existed. That player had their level reset, which was kind of an awkward situation.
Back to 1, I believe.
Back to 1, yes. So we fixed that, and now I think I'm level 3,200 or something.
Yeah, completely legit as well.
Completely legit. I played all weekend. So, and 01, Garland 01, pretty much right on the money. Yeah, we had a limitation in the integer value.
Yeah.
So there you go. Blondie, is there any way to turn down the music a little bit? This is very loud in my ears. I love the music, but... Azunyanks asked, are the veteran
level
perks
300.
always the same? Or
Yes.
are the perks random? Yeah, they are always the same for the specific veteran weapons. So they are handcrafted weapons.
Exactly.
They have their own unique names, their own descriptions. There's actually a weapon that belongs to Okri, which is me according to that shirt.
Yes.
I'm not Okri.
Okri's axe. I believe
Okri's
it
axe?
is. Yeah.
I want Okri's axe so bad.
The idea behind the traits on the veteran weapons was we picked traits that we feel are best suited to that weapon. I know one of my favourite reds is the dual daggers for the elf.
Love them.
Because you have the increased stamina on them and the extra push distance. And if people don't know, the daggers only require half of a stamina shield to push. So then you can push 6 times with the daggers, and you can just walk around pushing all the enemies off.
Yeah.
Really, really, really fun.
And I guess one of the things with the daggers as well is while you're blocking, your movement speed is not reduced as much as it is with some weapons,
Yes,
like a
exactly.
shield combo or something like that. So the elf is very, very agile, and I love that weapon. It's good fun. Why are you ignoring our lust for hats? We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. Somebody asked about my shirt. If they are for sale, I actually don't know.
I don't know. No.
Maybe one day. We're wearing merchandise that nobody can acquire. We're really bad people. We
How
should
many
start wearing
traits
sellable shirts.
do the red weapons have? 3 or 4?
You
the red
should tell them where
3.
they can get merchandise.
Oh yes, we are
that's a
actually
good idea.
offering merchandise now. We can show off that. We can show off those. We've got a partner called Game2, which is actually selling both shirts and some limited edition lithographs. I believe I pronounced that right.
They're pretty cool. I'm
They're
looking forward
really
to
cool.
getting
I actually got one just the other day. I'm gonna hang it on my wall. It's the Witch Hunter one.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
I'm gonna have the Witch Hunter just over my bed, just staring at me and just going. I'm not gonna do the Witch Hunter impression on stream. I think that's best for everybody. Have you been toying with the idea of adding a horde-like campaign with orcs, goblins, undead, lizardmen versus chaos? Whoa, sounds like an ambitious thing. But yes, we've been toying with ideas. Of all sorts.
We've been toying with ideas. That's
We've
where
been
you
toying
really,
with ideas. Yes,
some ideas
it's
have
not-
been toyed with.
I think one of the kind of horde elements of it is definitely something in line with something we might be working on. Yes, you can check out. What is the website for this? GameT.co.uk, I believe. You've got buy now. We've actually linked to the merchandise page on our website. You can check this page out, and you can actually buy your very own Vermintide merchandise.
Some cool stuff.
I really like that T-shirt.
Yes, it's
is
great.
so epic. I cannot wait to get mine. Bondi has 3 of them and is bragging. He must have stolen all of our shirts.
Fatshark Games, when can we expect to see Tom's magical mug in game?
Ooh.
Is it even? It's even a decent name for a trinket.
What makes you think it's not in the game?
It's not. It's not.
No, we'll just move on. So let's go back to the changelog, because we've got a lot of changes to go through for the stream, and I feel like
I
people
don't think we're going to get through all of them. Okay, quick. Let's do a quick section. Then.
Rework tokens. I think we've talked about the Forge.
Yes.
We've talked about the tokens, but we can quickly just touch on that one more time. The big thing for the tokens is that we've increased the overall value of tokens quite significantly. We've also increased the quantity of tokens overall, so you'll be getting more tokens when you salvage.
Yes.
You will be spending more tokens, and there are now more uses for tokens, such as replacing items in the fuse for the Forge, and using them in the Shrine of Solace to pray for new items for a specific hero and for a specific type. A long sentence. Somebody just asked about a programming internship. Apply! We'd love to have people.
Okay.
Fatsharkgames.com/jobs. Check it out.
New traits.
We've actually just added internships as part of our job application form, so check that out. Yes. got some other changes. Normal attacks and pushes now count towards assisting an ally.
Yeah,
That's what we
briefly
kind of touched on
discussed
that. We have added a lobby browser now to the escape menu. So if you previously this was like a hidden feature which was on the L button.
L button, exactly.
It's about time we improved it and included it for real. So there you go. If you hit L or if you press the escape button and check out the menu in the game, you can actually get a lobby browser.
It's a good way for looking for maps that are maybe slightly less played than other maps, because then you can just directly search for people on that have open games and join straight into them.
Exactly, and I also find that it makes me kind of excited about playing a specific level when I see there's 3 or 4 people and they've already started. I'm like, I'm going to join that.
Just join that one.
Wreck some white rat. We've also added the hero trinkets and the traits. We've touched on those. We improved the overall chance of receiving high tier loot, which means you can no longer get white items in nightmare difficulty. Praise Sigmar. We've got some level changes. We have moved several secrets, aka grimoires and tomes, on the Horn of Magnus level in particular.
There was a lot of people that were talking about how fun it was to initially find those, so we thought we'd try it out with this.
It's kind of fun, you know. We've always kind of talked about maybe moving things around a little bit as we go along, and this was definitely one of those changes.
Adds a bit of refreshes the level slightly, because you're then having to go to different areas, or you might find some areas that you haven't been to before, and then there it is. You're back on the hunt. Exactly.
Don't panic. They're still there. We promise. Hazaphalos just said, thanks for adding the Collector's Edition upgrade. Just bought mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoy the Collector's Edition content. Definitely check out the soundtrack, which is included. Love the soundtrack. Jesper Kuhd, who has worked on Hitman and Assassin's Creed, a ton of different games, composed it, and he just such a good job. I'm still geeking out over the fact that we had Jesper Kuhd making music. I'm so happy about that. So level changes. Made the top floor of Mother Black at the end of Engines of War harder to defend.
That's another change, just fixing, as you see on that point as well, we're fixing several exploits, just constantly updating the maps to try and make those super easy places to defend on end events slightly harder, or maybe not harder, but
we want to keep
in line with the other areas in the
exactly. I think that's a good way to put it.
I think we've just done a few level fixes in general as well, and that's also the case with the Skaven.
Definitely. Reworked the barrel spawning on black powder. We touched on that a little bit before, and that's I think we've touched on that enough. Fixed some cases where players could get a head start on the white rat by bypassing the barricade. Yep. We have fixed several exploits. One of the reasons why we just say several exploits rather than explaining in detail exactly which ones they are is hopefully obvious. We fixed a number of visual issues on all levels. We've been going through a lot of small bug reports and things that we've been finding over these weeks. Can you confirm Half-Life 3? Go Leap. I'm not going to comment. I don't want to confirm Half-Life. Yes. We got a ton of Skaven changes, actually. A ton of fixes for the AI. So I'm going to have to ask Blondie to scroll down a little bit.
I think one of the big ones here is the ladder fixes.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's go through them just a little quickly. So we've got an issue where the Sackrat, which is the kind of, the guy with the sack that can drop stuff that says itself. He could kind of stop running if he got too far away, and this actually makes it a bit more important for you to kill him in time. Now he can actually escape from the party, and that took me by surprise when we fixed it. We fixed a couple of issues with him getting stuck as well. He would occasionally kind of bug out and not really get to where he was going, so we fixed a bunch of issues with that. We fixed an issue where the Stormvermin patrol could sometimes get stuck. Yeah. It's kind of an awkward moment when you took a corner and, oh, there's a patrol here, and they're just kind of chilling. It's a bad situation. We fixed a couple of more enemies getting stuck issues. We've improved the Clan Rat, Skaven Slave, and Stormvermin AI. This also goes for the Rat Ogre, actually, on how they handle players on ladders. So what we're doing is with the smaller enemies, they'll actually kind of stack up and wait for you at the top and the bottom of the ladders.
They also can attack you if you're above them or below them now.
Exactly.
We've added new
animations for that.
Yes.
Super cool. And the Rat Ogres can now slam the ladders, which is going to cause players to lose grip, which is going to be one of those panic moments.
So if you're trying to climb up away from a Rat Ogre, chances are you're going to fall down again right on top of it.
Oh, someone just suggested we should add hats to the merchandise. We should tell Game Tea that.
Actual hats.
That would be cool. If you get the real hat, you also get the in-game. I don't know. Let's do that.
Bunch of Packmaster fixes.
Yes, we got a ton of stuff going on in this patch. That just compiling this changelog. It
took a while.
It's just forever.
Same with performance stuff and
do you want to scroll down some more, Blondie? Blondie's multitasking a lot right now. Yeah, we got a ton of performance fixes. We've optimized. With every patch and update that we're doing, we are trying to put in a bunch of optimizations. It is something that is a continuous task for us.
Yeah.
And it's also something that ties in really nicely with the work on the console release.
Yes.
It's going to be for next year. So in 2016, we're going to be releasing the game for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 as well. And what that lets us do, obviously we have to optimize the game for those platforms. But a lot of those things that we're building or like optimizing for those platforms is going to be usable for the PC as well.
Yeah, also benefits PC.
Yeah, so like when we're optimizing the way the AI is handled and all that sort of stuff, that's going to directly translate to improvements for the PC version.
Optimization all round.
It's a win-win. Yes, bot changes. We made a couple of changes to the way that the bots behave. One of the big things is they are now kind of less prone to stopping in front of the players just abruptly, which is a really nice thing. When you're trying to snipe that storm vermin and like the witch hunter bot just stands in front of you.
Walks in front of you, yeah.
Hopefully that's been adjusted now. What was that question? Will you add an option to buy upgrade from normal edition to collector's edition? Yes, that is now an option. You can check out vermintide.com. You can check out the buy now button in the menu, and there's actually an upgrade to collector's edition button right there. So you can do that right now. We added that this week. We've got a couple of other bot changes. We've got the what
balance.
was that? Yeah, we've got they will actually force heal themselves now as well. In a bit, basically just overall changing the way that they heal themselves, make it a bit more accurate. They will now also, I believe this is in this patch. They will, if one bot is bleeding, they will actually kind of let them take the healing item.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we got that into this patch. I hope so. So that's a really good change. Because what would happen was like one bot would pick up a health kit even though the other one was bleeding.
Yes.
And then they die.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Bard, and just no offense, but you got full health already. So we've changed a lot of things with the battles. We've got some improved feedback on the endurance trait. So the endurance trait is the one that regains your stamina when you which one is it?
I believe it's on kill.
It's on kill, yes. So that one was it was feeling a little bit too weak in the old patch, and we just kind of buffed its effectiveness. That's a weird sentence.
And it's now obvious when it's procced.
Yeah.
Your shields will come on screen and have like a green outline and stuff, so you know that it's working.
So kind of a quality of life improvement, and definitely a bit of a buff as well in terms of bots. Witch Hunter, we fixed a bunch of issues with pretty much every hero had some weapon that was doing some weird things where like if you were pushing, occasionally you'd push twice, and so there was that kind of queuing of attacks or pushes that we didn't really intend. So we've been going through the various weapons, trying to clean stuff up like that. Boogie Francis Win Forever is saying, Liam, Boogie, I don't know what you want me to say. Quick questions about Grimoires. Did you remove them on hard mode? No.
No.
But they've been moved.
They have been moved.
At least
on Magnus.
On Magnus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Buff to the repeater pistol.
Yes. So happy about that. More ammo for the repeating pistol. The repeating pistol is actually really good against Storm Vermin, which is a piece of advice for you Witch Hunter players out there. We've increased the push range of the Greatsword as well to make that just a little bit stronger. So it's about 10% more range on that push, which lets you get rid of enemies better. And pushing is always useful, not useless. It's always useful when you are surrounded by a ton of enemies. So that is always good. Silva93 says, congratulations on 300,000 sold. Thank you so much.
Yes.
We are super happy about that. And it does mean that we can focus our full attention on supporting this game for the foreseeable future, which is great. I'm so psyched to keep putting out cool things like Sigmar's Blessing, the free DLC we released today, to the game. And the hats and stuff. The Way Watcher, ton of balance changes to the Way Watcher. Carillion has got some increased run speed at the end of her light attacks. A lot of these small changes that are actually, they sound like they might not be a big deal, but once you get in there and start playing Carillion now in the patch, if you are a sort of a Wood Elf player from before, I think you're going to really notice that she has been overall changed quite a bit. We've decreased the run speed whilst parrying to minus 15% from 5%, which makes it a little bit harder to just kind of run through the levels and block with your dual daggers. Someone's saying needs more hat talk. We'll get to that. We've decreased the delay between light attack combos. We fixed an issue where pushes could occur twice again, and we've improved some of the attack animations. And that's something that we've done for a bunch of different weapons, is just kind of looking at the attack animations and making sure that when they actually hit and when the animation looks like it would hit, like those two things are properly in sync.
Exactly.
So it's been a continuous thing to keep working on.
Some range weapon changes for the longbow.
Got one question. Liam and Tom, Warhammer isn't Warhammer without chaos. Why why there is no Chaos Heroes. I'd like to have some. The Chaos are the bad guys. You wouldn't. There's no Chaos Heroes that we'd like to have. But maybe Chaos will make it.
Maybe in the future.
I think there's about a 50-50 chance that we might add Chaos in the future. I think that's
It's a
been quoted
50-50
previously.
chance we're going to add anything to the game. Yeah.
So, no, there's a 100% chance that we'll add something. So
Yes.
somebody just said in Swedish that they want a hat and an ice cream. We don't have any ice cream to give away.
No, we have
do
hats
have some
on.
hats.
True Flight Longbow.
True Flight Longbow been changed quite a bit. I think we've added the aim. The aiming zoom thing is now toggleable on the True Flight Longbow. Do you want to talk about that?
With the special attack button on the weapon, which you may be using on the fencing sword for
Yes.
the Witch Hunter, you can now use that to toggle the zoom. I know there was a lot of people that were sad that the Eagle Eye trait wasn't affecting the True Flight bow, and then we added it to the True Flight bow so it worked, and then there was people that were sad that you were always zoomed in with the Eagle Eye bow. So now we've changed it so that it's toggleable and you can decide if you want to use it or not.
Yeah.
I believe that if you have the Eagle Eye perk or trait on a weapon, it will make the zoom toggleable. I'm not 100% on that.
I think that's
But
how
I
it
think
works.
that's it.
Yeah. I'm not 100% either, to be honest. So we've got some. I think the other things kind of speak for themselves. I have to go through every single detail. We fixed a couple of things with the Dwarf Ranger's two-handed hammer, some more dead input changes, some attack animations. We've got some changes to the Empire Soldier. Basically, some of the same stuff that we've already touched
Just a
on.
lot of small
Yeah,
tweaks to get all the weapons in line with each other and to feel
Yeah.
how we want them to feel.
Pretty much. Somebody just mentioned that the music volume slider is still broken. It should be fixed. I tested this morning, and it was fixed when I tested it. If it's magically broken again, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
That music just wants to be played. If you're still experiencing any issues like that, let us know. Somebody asked about, large 3168. Any suggestion to prevent motion sickness? Possible view bulbing settings. View bulbing is something we've been asked about before. I'm gonna write that down and follow up on that because that is definitely something that we should look into adding for the future.
There's a question here as well. Will you guys increase the True Flight ammo capacity or make it an option to upgrade the ammo capacity? I know that if you find a True Flight bow with the trait that increases the maximum ammo, then you will hopefully be happy with that.
Yes, there is an option for that.
And it will be probably easier to get that once we've added the re-rolling of traits on weapons. So if you have that orange True Flight bow that you really want to use, then hopefully soon you will be able to re-roll all the traits.
Hold
and
on
get
to it.
some ammo. Yeah,
Hold
hold
on
on
to
to
it.
it. Definitely don't
Oh,
disenchant.
well, it will hook you up with some cool reroll stuff coming in the future. Tom and Liam, please help. My character's hats are all worn out. They need something new to wear. We might be able to help you out with that in just a moment. We'll just touch on some of these last changes first. So we've tweaked the collision between players to not cause as many accidental shoves. The reasoning behind that was it was very common that you would be kind of sniping away at some storm vermin, and then your dwarf friend, it's always Barden's fault, or Carillion, would come up and kind of accidentally push you a bit. And we've just basically tweaked what that collision radius is between players to make sure that you don't accidentally push your teammates so much.
I saw a great video representation of that in the forums of a Lord of the Rings scene where Legolas is aiming at someone and then Bardin Gimli knocks his bow. That's what it felt like all the time. Aiming at that Storm Vermin's head, just nudge slightly and then you've missed. And
pretty much. Yep, it's an unfortunate situation. Tom and Liam, please save me from my hatless suffering. We'll give us 5 more minutes, we'll talk about the hats. We'll touch on some of these last changes. Made zoom toggling smoother with the Eagle Eye perk. Yep, I think we mentioned that.
Yep.
We fixed an issue with destructible beams on the waterfront level where they would kind of constantly flicker, which was driving me crazy. We fixed an issue where the innkeeper's head would occasionally disappear.
Fun.
Fixed a bug with the music slider for real this time, hopefully, but
hopefully.
according to somebody in the chat, might not have been.
Might not be for real this time.
Sorry in that case. What else? We've changed
some ignored input on the firing quickly with wood-elf bows and exotic two-hand weapon damage buff.
Right. Yes.
Nice.
No, it's not actually a buff.
Or rather,
it essentially is. But what was happening was there were certain orange weapons that had less damage than intended on certain attacks. So that was kind of silly. Sorry about that for you guys. That is now.
So try your exotic two-handed swords now. And hopefully they feel better.
Maybe you're going to beat Cataclysm. Who knows? Get some veteran items. So yes, I guess that's about it for our new mini site for Sigmar's Blessing. So Blondie, you have some hat keys for the folks. How do people enter to get some hats?
Well, that depends. How do we want to do it?
How do we want to do it? Do we have some good way of making a giveaway? That was a very weird sentence.
Very weird sense. I can hear myself, which is very weird.
Oh, that's
so I'm
strange.
just gonna pull off my headphones for a second.
Ladies
So,
and gentlemen, it is hat time. It is hat time.
It
We're
is
going to
hat
figure
time.
out how to give you guys a hat.
How many
right
hats
now.
are we giving
So,
away?
what we're gonna do is that you are going to type hashtag.
Hashtag.
Hang on, I have to start this actually before I do this. Let's see.
It doesn't look like people actually want the hats.
No.
There's nobody in the chat saying anything about
No.
hats.
So what you
Oh,
do
one or
is hashtag Vermintide. Just simple.
Yep.
You put hashtag Vermintide in the
In
Twitch
chat.
chat.
Yeah, in the Twitch chat.
In the Twitch chat. You do have to be a follower of us on Twitch. So go ahead, follow us on Twitch, and type hashtag Vermintide momentarily. When do we start this?
right now.
We're going to start this right now. Number 1, be a follower of us on Twitch. That's Fatshark Games.
Here we go. Okay,
And
the
now-
entries are entering.
And now
That's good.
type
Oh, God.
hashtag Vermintide for your chance to win an exclusive purple hat. There's actually only one person in the world that has this.
Who?
Aside from us in the dev team.
Who
There's
is
one
that?
guy. That's a secret.
Okay.
But we are going to be giving out 25 of these exclusive hats right now on the stream. And if you want to join, be a follower of us on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/FatsharkGames and type hashtag Vermintide in the chat. And if you have anything else you'd like to chat in the chat, this is a really bad time to do it.
Yeah, don't ask questions now, as they probably.
I like somebody just put
Obviously
hashtag Vermintide and then a question, and I
I-
completely missed it. This is beautiful. How long are we going on for? About 10 more seconds?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, the
Let's
entries are still rolling in.
Okay, so let's start counting down from 10.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay,
No.
let's not.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right, get your hashtag Vermintide in there for a chance to win an exclusive hat. Be a follower of us on Twitch. If you're not a follower of us on Twitch, you won't be able to win. So that is counterproductive if you want a hat.
Some good, a good amount of entries.
And
All right.
we
Okay.
are
Let's roll
done.
the first.
Roll the dice.
roll the first one.
The first one
Ladies and gentlemen,
is
the first winner is One Wipe Charlie.
One Wipe Charlie.
And he is following us on Twitch,
Perfect.
which means he wins an exclusive hat. So we shall be
Alright.
sending you this in the Twitch messaging service. Somebody just put about 400 hashtag Vermintide in the chat.
well,
One is enough.
One is enough, and
You should not stream the key. By the
I
way.
should not do.
Because
That
One
would
Wipe
be
Charlie is
probably-
going to get
that's
stolen of
probably
his
a good
hat.
idea.
BT, sorry
Yeah.
guys.
Let's do this instead. Just
So keep
let
typing
them
hashtag
watch you.
Vermintide in the chat and follow us on twitch.tv/FatsharkGames for your chance to jack
Oh,
out your character.
He's there. He said thanks.
All
It's
right.
good.
Let's.
Very welcome, One Wipe Charlie. Thank you for
Sent.
joining the stream.
Yeah, sorry.
Pleasure.
I have
Enjoy your new
to.
hat.
I have to get the key. I forgot to get the keys.
Oh, you forgot to get the keys. We'll figure it out.
I'm sorry.
Are you gonna run out and get the keys?
Yeah, I'm gonna just pop off to the shop.
These are handcrafted hats.
Yep.
Oof, the entry's
She's
still
fine.
rolling in.
Wow.
well,
Oh,
it's a
almost
good
up to
thing.
900.
I like somebody put out hashtag in letters. Vermintide.
That's not how it works.
That's not Web 2.0, my friend. That's
Oh, come on.
a lot of hashtag Vermintides. So I guess this is a good time for me to say, oh, somebody just put in the Twitch chat is going down for maintenance and a kappa. no maintenance, you guys.
There's no
I guess
maintenance.
we should say at this point, it's been really good to stream this with you guys. I know it's been a lot of just us talking, but we like to talk to you guys about the
Mhm.
game, and it's fun to just kind of connect with you guys and answer some questions that you might have. If you want to see more streams in the future, make sure to follow us on twitch.tv/FatsharkGames. And make sure to let us know what you'd like to see on stream. If there are specific questions that you want us to
Yeah,
touch
that's
on,
good.
or if there's parts of the development that we want to do. I know the sound guys were talking about how they wanted to do maybe a live stream
That
on
would be great.
touching on the sound design for
That
the
would
game.
be great.
And I think we have a video of how we made the blood sound effects for the
Oof,
game.
nice.
That's
I
really
hope
cool.
never surfaces because it's really awkward for me. I won't say
All
why.
right, let's roll
I'm gonna
another.
do one more winner. It is Do Silence, who is following us on twitch.tv/FatsharkGames and will win a hat. So Mr. Bloney is going to be sending you a hat on the Twitch chat. Do Silence. Thank you
Like
so
we
much.
said earlier as well, hopefully we'll be doing one of these, or we will be doing one of these streams for each major patch that we
We
release. So I don't know when the next one will be, but
I actually don't know either. I guess we haven't set that date in stone quite yet, but I will say every major live stream we do is going to feature some kind of giveaway.
yes.
Yeah, so there you go. This is
Yay!
not the
Thanks,
last
guys.
chance.
Good.
All right, let's do another.
Thank you, Do Silence. Crazy,
Crazy
Panther.
Panther.
And he is following us on Twitch. You guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. And you'll be getting a hat, Mr. Crazy Panther, or Miss Crazy Panther. Sigmar, bless this message. Love it.
3 down.
Burn the inn down. Who said that? Skaven filth. Don't burn the
On the roll.
mood in.
But if they burn the
Kazra
down,
King is following us on twitch.tv and has just won a brand new exclusive hat. These hats are of the purple tier, which means they are exclusive. You cannot get these in any other way than receiving them through the stream at this point in time. There are only 26 of these hats in the world as of the end of the stream.
yes.
And those 25 of you receiving them during the stream will have insane bragging rights.
Yes.
You will be the fashion dream of Uberstrike. Binty Pants, following us on twitch.tv/Fatshark Games. I'm going to say that even quicker next time. It's just won an exclusive hat for Vermintide. So, congratulations, Mr. Binty Pants, or Miss Binty Pants. I got to stop saying Mr. It makes no sense. Let's do one more. Tau741. But he's actually not following us on Twitch, which means you just lost out on an opportunity, my friend. So we're gonna have to re-roll that. That's not gonna be a win. You have to follow us on Twitch to have a chance.
There we
Mr.
go.
CDDE_Drendar is actually following us on Twitch and has just won an exclusive hat.
1,200.
Whoa, we've got a
Entries.
lot of entries right now. So those few of you who are lucky enough to get these, congratulations, my
He
friend.
said hashtag Vermintide again. It's
Oh,
official.
No, it's only once. It's only once, my friend. Once is enough. Mr. Edgar Vids. I stopped saying Mr. But Edgar is a boy's name.
Yeah, okay.
Is following us on Twitch and it's just won an exclusive hat. So, ladies and gentlemen, follow us. www.twitch.tv/Fatshark Games. Malachi has just won a hat.
Malachi.
We could do this all night. This is really fun.
How many
I'm
have we
enjoying
done?
this a
I
lot
don't know
more
how
than
many
I
are
should
left. Many. It's okay.
Oh, we got a couple more hats.
I think we've done...
Should we do another?
7? This was the 8th. Okay, so we have...
This was the 8th, so we've got a couple more.
17.
Duraki has just won an exclusive hat for Bardin Goringson, the Dwarf Ranger, in Uberstrike. Which means you get the fashion advantage of being able to kill the Skaven Horde and look good while you do it. Has also hashtagged Vermintide back to us.
Next up.
Blaxes, or Black... Is that a dog?
Blaxes.
Blaxes? How do you say
Blaxes.
Black S-Z.
Yes. Blacks. ZZ.
Blaxes. Has just
Congratulations.
won. Congratulations, Mr. or Mrs. Blaxes. Takumashino.
Takumashino.
I think this is the first person that actually has a profile picture as well on Twitch. Is also following us and has won an exclusive hat for Bardin Gorikson, the
Congratulations.
Dwarf Ranger. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us on stream. Dynacide has just won an exclusive hat for Bardin Gorikson.
This is fun. I'm enjoying
fun.
this. We should do more giveaways.
We should give away so many hats. People are still going. Oh, we're getting so many more people. Remember, everybody who's joining in, you have to be a follower of us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Fatshark Games, just like Citron and Muffin, who has won an exclusive hat for Vermintide. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream.
Muffin.
What's that?
Zitronen Muffin?
No, I think that means
Zitronen Muffin.
I think that means lemon muffin in German.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what that means, just based on my limited German knowledge.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations to both me for my German knowledge and for Zitronen Muffin, who's just won a hat for Vermintide. Somebody just said they will buy the hat for $1,000 unless we give it to them. That's a really bad incentive for us to give you the hat.
No, I'm not sure we can do that. They're more exclusive, I'm afraid.
There are more exclusive. These hats are not purchasable with money because we do not believe in microtransactions.
Even if it is $1,000.
Sorry. That's not even a microtransaction.
No,
that's huge.
Yes, it does.
Rolling another Voldebear. Congratulations, Voldebear. You have just won an exclusive hat for Warhammer Times Vermintide. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple more hats to give out before we're done. Make sure to follow us, twitch.tv/Fatshark Games, and type hashtag Vermintide in the chat, just like Wix75.
Wix75.
That's a really good nickname. I like that. I wonder what the 75 stands for.
Age.
Could it be
Age 75.
his or her amount of tokens?
Amount of free hats won so far.
Could it be their
You
in-game
have to make
level?
a new account every year.
Yes.
A new account every level. I think that would be hardcore.
Next up,
We're doing
we
another
have Hussot. Congratulations,
Thank you so much for being a part of the stream, and thank you for entering the competition. You have now received a special hat. An exclusive hat,
Hashtag
indeed.
Vermintide bless me Sigmar.
Great mate in plate. I love that. I'm
Great
assuming
mate.
that that's how you say it.
In plate.
Great mate in plate. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for being a part of the competition, and thank you, hopefully, for wearing this exclusive hat.
And
in
congratulations.
Vermintide. Congratulations. Doing another one.
I mean, there's less like...
Roxon.
Oh no, we've got another one who isn't following us.
Oof.
Unfortunately, we have to roll that again. Make sure to be a follower us, twitch.tv/Fatshark Games, like Jet Jagger. Jet Jagger. That's like a rock star name right there. Jet Jagger.
What's that in Swedish?
It's not. It's not.
That's not the thing.
It doesn't mean anything. Why would you assume it's Swedish just because it makes no sense? It could have been. I'll be honest. Got a couple more hats going out. It's Coley. Coley, you've just won an exclusive hat for Warhammer Times Vermintide. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you so much for following us and for being a part of the stream.
How many left? 4 left.
Horlf.
Only 4
Horlf
left.
gets the 4th last hat.
Horlf.
That's I'm not gonna offend his name, but I don't know how to say that. Horlf.
I'm waiting for someone to be called Okri. We need an Okri winner.
Can we get an Okri winner? Xalen gets the 3rd last hat. We've got 2 more hats to give away. Actually, got 3 more hats to give away. They're being produced as we go along. 3 more hats. Let's take a quick break before we give out the last 3 hats, and I guess just kind of touch on one of the things that's going to be happening in the future, which is the survival mode for the game.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
So let's give away another hat. Xalen has just won a
We could
Vermintide
perhaps
key.
mention.
What's it? JMC Chap has just won a special hat for Warhammer Times Vermintide. Thank you for being a part of the stream, and congratulations. Wear it proudly.
JMC
Fashion
Chap.
Advantage. So we've got 2 more hats to give away. So let's talk a little bit about the survival mode.
The name may have been, or a name.
Can we check out the Vermintide, the Sigmar's Blessing mini site? That's actually something I'd like to kind of point out to people, and we can talk about what that might mean. You can still enter the competition. There are 2 more hats going out. If you follow us on twitch.tv/Fatshark Games, type #Vermintide in the chat. There's still 2 more hats for you to win. So if you want to check the top of this page, there is actually a little hint in there.
The Schloss.
I'm not gonna say what's the Schloss. I don't know how to pronounce that either. It's a really cool name though. I really like it. So there is something coming with that name. There's also a survival mode coming in the future, and a couple more things, including 2 more pages to the Shrine of Solace.
Yes.
The 2 things we're adding to the Shrine of Solace, for those of you who are just joining, we are going to be adding the possibility of re-rolling traits in the future, which means you can both re-roll the proc chance of a specific trait. You can spend tokens and you can kind of redefine your percentage, so to speak. Make sure that your 3% becomes a 10% and so on. And you can also re-roll the traits of a weapon entirely. So if you have 3 traits, for example, on an exotic item, you decide you're not really a fan of those, re-roll them, get some new traits. What this patch has been all about, and what the new changes are going to be, are really focusing on the feedback we've been getting on the loot system and giving you guys more control over what kind of loot you get. Those are our primary goals. So, 2 more hats. Let's give out another hat. Who is going to be the winner? Marnar 2010. Congratulations, my friend.
3 Vermintides within 16 seconds. That's rapid.
Wow, that's rapid. Rapid fire. Another one. Marnar 2010. You already won. What's one more? Raging. Love that nickname. It's really funnily spelled. Raging has won the last hat of our Blessing of Sigmar.
Congratulations.
Sigmar's Blessing. DLC stream. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Raging, you've taken home the last hat. You are now the enemy of everybody else in the stream who really wanted to get that hat, but you have a hat. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to take any last questions, but those are all the hats we have for today. Correct?
I think it's going to be tricky to see the last questions.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of #Vermintide spam.
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Hate that guy.
Congratulations.
No, be nice. Raging.
Hells yeah, there it is.
Hells yeah, Raging. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the live stream. It's been a lot of fun. It always is fun connecting with you guys and answering questions, talking to you about the updates. We've got one question on Community Manager. We're actually still looking. So there you go. Regarding page 2 and 3, I've missed it. The question's gone. Any chance of... Oh, I've missed that one too. I think we're just going to call it a stream.
I know what we're going to do. We're going to do...
slow mode.
Perfect.
That's cool. So let's just say, I'll repeat, the competition is now over. Someone is spamming, it was not rigged. we don't rig giving out hats. That's strange. This is still too quick for me to read. Will vote kicking... can we make the chat even slower? Half-Life 3 confirmed. Half-Life 3. Love it. That is so good.
Will we be giving away any more of these hats?
Yes, we will be giving out more hats. These hats that we give out today are exclusive, which means there are only 26 of these in the world. So those of you who are lucky enough to win one on stream, wear them proudly, brag to all your friends. And in order to have another chance at winning more hats in the future, definitely follow us on twitch.tv/FatsharkGames, check out our other social media, and be a part of future live streams. Check us out on Facebook, on Twitter. We might be giving away hats there, who knows?
Or other things.
Even other things might be a possibility. We're not only about hats, we like other things
What
too.
are people doing in the game?
They're pushing you
There's a lot of,
into
there's
the
a lot
basement.
of they put you in the basement of the Red Moon Inn.
Oh
We're
god.
taking Blondie to the basement for funsies.
Oh
aren't we?
no. This
Question.
Should we maybe like...
Destroyed my white hat accidentally. Is there any way to get white hats back?
Ooh. There actually isn't currently. Maybe we should look into that, because I guess that's...
That's something we should probably take a look at.
Maybe we'll give out some white hats on the next constellation hats. No, we'll definitely look into
Yeah,
that.
we'll
That's,
resolve that.
that is a really good point.
I'm not going to remove my t-shirt, I'm afraid.
Just keep your shirt on. Will you add an Exterminatus perk to the game? Not sure
Exterminatus.
not sure what that would be, or what that would entail. Our screens shut up. There we go.
How many final entries were there
Ooh.
in the lottery?
We had 1,457 entries. So
1,500 almost entries.
those 25 of you who managed to win one were really lucky.
Yes, very good.
Blondie is in danger. Skaven dungeon time. Love it. That might happen. The basement. Any goofy weapons possible? Oh, I would love to do goofy weapons. I think that
would be great.
Just stuff that makes no sense. That would be great. Question: can you elaborate on the 100% luck trinket? What does it do? So, touching on the luck trinket real quick. Basically, what that's going to do is give you a 100% more chance to be lucky. It's going to make you 100% luckier, and that
everyone is going to be so mad.
It makes you luckier. Will we ever get to see Tom's beard in-game as a cosmetic? Something that sexy deserves to be shared. We're sharing it right now.
Hopefully I'll do more streams and then...
Hopefully we will. Does Schloss mean keys to a castle? I believe
it means
castle key?
Something along that line, in German.
I should know this. This is kind of
Will you add a Space Marine character?
Ooh.
I don't think we'll be adding a Space Marine character. We
Wrong-
are. This
wrong-
is
wrong
a
universe.
it's a Warhammer.
I will say
fantasy
we're
game.
not done with characters. We are going to be adding more characters in the future. That goes for both playable characters and for enemy characters as well.
Yes.
So, Vermintide 1.1 released today, Sigmar's Blessing. We are just getting started. We have a ton more stuff planned for you guys, so don't go anywhere. I mean, obviously go out from time to time. Don't play the game all day and all night, but mostly. Fatshark Games, is there any secrets undiscovered in the game?
That would be spoiling things.
Who knows? Who knows? Is there going to be a Lizardman hero? I would love to play as a Saurus Old Blood, also dinosaurs wearing hats. I would love to add Lizardmen to this game. I think that would be super cool. It's also something that I haven't really... I don't know if I've ever... There must be some game where you can play Lizardmen.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, that would
Blood
be cool.
Bowl.
Blood Bowl.
And I think that's about it.
I guess having a first-person Lizardman... Oh, that
Would be very cool.
we should do that.
Couple more questions then.
Couple more questions. New player character hints? They're all going to be cool. Can we get a Skaven character?
Any plans for Clan Pestilence?
One thing that somebody suggested having like a Skaven kind of traitor type guy, and that would be super fun. Any way of fixing...
that's a good question.
Was that any way
what
of fixing...
difficult? Oh, go on.
Any way of fixing the AI in terms of dealing with specials and prioritizing pick down teammates up? Yeah, it's something we're working on continuously. You know, bot AI is... For a game like this, with the amount of different situations that you can end up in with, you know, special enemies and where the players are located and what type of, like, if there's a rattling gunner shooting on you, if there's a stormrunner patrol coming around, there's so many different cases for the bots to handle, so it's always going to be tricky to get them perfect, but it's something we're continuously going to be working on and prioritizing in the future as well. If you run into, like, an awkward situation with your bots, please grab a screenshot or a video and send it to us. We'd be really happy to kind of review that, because any help we can get in finding those crazy locations is always good.
The question that I was looking at was, what difficulty do you need to play to get the veteran weapons? Also, is there veteran weapon helmets and trinkets? So, currently, the only way to get the veteran weapons is to be playing on Nightmare and Cataclysm. So it's very much the sort of end game achievement or goal to be looking at. And yes, there are veteran hats. Veteran hats have been in since the launch of the game.
There we go.
So yes, you can get veteran hats.
Indeed, you can. Please do something about the Horn of Magnus grind. More rewards for random level X example. Doing things like that, adding more rewards for playing various levels is definitely on our to-do list. It's something that we're going to be working on going forward. Yeah, we know about it being a problem, and we are going to be working on it. Is there a plan for the inn's basement, Sir Cheeky Breeky? I love your nickname, Sir Cheeky Breeky. That's great. Who knows?
It's definitely something that we can.
That would be cool. Will you fix hats? I didn't get any. So, Mr. or Mrs. I've ate my dog. In order to win a hat, you have to join us for the next live stream, or just play the game. You might have a chance of getting.
Might have a hat.
There you go. What happens to survival mode and realistic mode? Asks Knigmidas.
I think those are modes that we've
These are
talked
modes.
about.
Yeah, these are modes that we're working on that will be coming out in the future. So
Yeah.
they're not. They weren't planned for this update. They're something that we're going to be putting in later. It's something that we felt like we wanted to announce just to know that, to let you guys know that we're working on them.
That was when we did the 300,000 copies sold
Yes.
announcement of what we want to work on and what we want to add to the game.
Exactly. We just wanted to make it really, really clear that, you know, we don't have a big publisher or anything like that. We are an independent developer. We are able to be in touch with you guys in a way where we don't have to kind of hide behind anything. You know, we can be very transparent during our development, and that's why it's nice for us to be able to announce things and just tell you guys what we're working on, make it really clear that we are supporting the game post-launch, and we have a lot of plans coming for the future.
Good.
So one last question.
One last question.
What is the room above the basement entrance? That's not a good question.
Good question.
No, let's not. Actually, I don't want to talk about it. What's up with the mousetrap? Yes, I'm going to touch on this one last time. The mousetrap, this was sent to us by a fan called Emil, who is Swedish, and who sent us a really, really cool kit of like pest control vermin stuff, like the mousetraps and some cheese candies and stuff like that, and it was super awesome. And then later we actually received this shirt right here, the I'm with Okri shirt, which was sent to us by an anonymous fan who didn't want to have their name on stream. And basically we just wanted to show them off. It's so much fun for us to receive things like this from you guys, and yeah, we just want to share the love basically. If you know, if you want to send us something, we can wear it on the next stream. If you want to send Tom a second beard or whatever
beard.
you want to send us, we're happy to show it off on the next stream. You can check out our website fatsharkgames.com, and you've got the address right at the bottom of the page. So one last question, even though we already did one last question.
The last one, officially the last one.
The official last question. Which one do we do? Slider X asks, are you going to plan adding something like token converting, for example 5 white tokens to 1 green token, etc.? In a way, you can do that by basically praying for an item of a specific rarity, and then if you get enough of those, you can use those in the forge, upgrade to the next tier, and salvage that. So there are kind of ways to do that with the existing systems.
I think if there's demand for it, then, or not demand, but I mean if it's something that people feel will be beneficial, and it's something that we feel will help the game along, then I can imagine it's something that we would look into. But
absolutely, I will say like a lot of the changes that we made have come directly from community feedback.
Yes, definitely.
And ultimately, it doesn't matter how much we play the game, you guys are always going to be better at us for some reason, and we would be crazy not to listen to your feedback. So please keep telling us what you like, what you dislike, ideas for the future. We're doing our very best to just listen to everything that's going on in the forums.
Yep.
We might not have time to be everywhere, unfortunately, but
we try.
We try, and I'll tell you that I do kind of read the forums late at night on my phone and when I should be sleeping. It is addictive, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great fun.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining this live stream. To the 25 of you who won the hats, including Raging, congratulations. We hope you enjoy these hats. There are only 26 of these in the world, so you are some lucky heroes. We will be doing more live streams in the future, and if there's anything you'd like to see in a future live stream, make sure to join us at twitch.tv/fatsharkgames. Let us know on the forums and our Twitter, at Facebook. Ping us, tell us what you want to see. And until then...